everybody. How are we doing? Wow. My name is Jack Simon. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. I am non-binary. Also, I'm a bisexual too. Kate, I don't know if you were aware of this, but it's Bisexual Awareness Month, and you unofficially put together a great bisexual comedy cast. Yeah! Alright, so, round of applause. Who likes dogs? Yeah! Round of applause. Who really likes dogs? Okay, round of applause. Who really, really likes dogs? Not quite weird, but it's a little weird. Okay, my younger self was in that zone, okay? I was very obsessed with dogs when I was younger. You could say it was a bit of a special interest. And the fun thing is, when you know a lot of things as a child, that shit gets hard-coded into your brain. Like, and it's like incidentally useful level of knowledge I have about dogs. For example, last year, I was correctly able to identify a man's Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. And he let me and my girlfriend park our U-Haul in his driveway while we moved. It was incredible. It was on Cambridge Street. It was clutch. The thing is, though, this wasn't like a cute, 7-year-old thing. Like, it went all the way up to age 14. And age 14 is when my love of dogs, combined with my newfound love of genetics, combined with my love of video games, and I decided I was going to make a dog breeding video game. Here's the thing, 14-year-old me couldn't code for shit. And so I made like a pen and paper dog breeding game that I would code later somehow. What I'm trying to tell you is that 14-year-old me loved dogs so much that I made a dog breeding role-playing, tabletop role-playing game. The best part was I had it occurred to me that one, it needed some level of randomization, right? Because genetics were involved. And it didn't occur to me that one could use dice outside of Monopoly for randomization. So this entire game ran on coin flips. Someone should have intervened. I really wish that somebody had been like, Jack, we see you really like dogs. What if you really liked learning languages? What if you really liked tax law? Something that would have been useful later in life. Speaking of which, I have a tax fact for us. Ready? There's going to be 3 tax facts tonight. Ready? Tax facts. Yeah. First tax fact. There's a difference between a tax deduction and a tax credit. A tax deduction. Get ready for this. So, you have your money, you make $50K a year, you're going to get $5K in taxes off of it, right? That's not real, but we're saying $5K for math's sake, right? A tax deduction is when they take money off of the amount they're going to tax you. So if you have a tax deduction of, say, $10,000, you're only going to be taxed for $40,000 of your $50,000. You'll only be taxed $4,000 that year. That's pretty sweet, right? Okay, a tax credit is when you take money off of the $4,000. Yeah. Who is this completely new information? That was new for me when I researched this set. Let's go back to dogs, okay? I was lying a little bit when I said that there was no intervention, because my parents did try to stage an intervention. It was a little bit of a weird intervention. They're like, hey, Jack, we see you really like dogs. What if you liked horses? I want to acknowledge there's a horse girl stereotype. They're either really in their own world or they're very kinky or both. I would not say I vibed with horse girl. My name is Jack. I dress like a Mormon missionary who just got off a Queer Eye. Non-binary, just didn't quite work out for me. But they really tried. Because the funny thing, when people think you're a girl when you're younger and they see you're into something, they just assume you're into horses. So I'd be like, I like dogs. And they'd be like, yeah, you like horses. I'd be like, no, I like dogs. And they'd be like, no, you like horses. I'd be like, no, dogs. They're like, yeah, no dogs, horses. I'll never forget the most confusing birthday present I ever gotten. It was from my grandmother. It was 48 plastic horses. I remember looking at all them and I was just like, Because as a kid, you're thrilled to get almost any gift, right? And I was just like, it was my first thought of like, what the fuck? I ended up being okay with it because the 48 plastic horses were perfect for my 118 plastic dogs to ride around on. I had to count. My mom didn't really have any options in knowing this information about me that I really liked dogs. She lived in a world where every other dog was a border collie mix, and I knew that there was a world where that was actually a Finnish Spitz mother. But she betrayed me. When I was 9 years old, I was allowed to pick the wallpaper for my room. We go to the Home Depot, I'm presented with a giant book of wallpaper options. It was like my first taste of the Cheesecake Factory without going to the Cheesecake Factory. And of course, I picked the dog wallpaper, because what else would I pick? And my mom looks at it and she goes, that's blue. It's got dogs in it. That's for boys. Why don't you have the horse wallpaper? And that's how I ended up with a horse bedroom from ages 9 to 14. Horse girls are not born, they are made. Tax fact number 2. We're going here. So businesses have a special type of tax. I'm trying to catch up on my lack of tax knowledge, and you're coming with me on this. Businesses have a special type of tax where if you own an item and it loses its value over time, it's called like a depreciation asset, or a depreciable asset. There we go. So if you have a truck that's worth $10,000 and it becomes worth $7,000, you're able to take that $3,000, you're able to put it as a loss, therefore a tax deduction, not tax credit. Thank you for listening to my tax fact. Like I said, I really wasn't much of a horse girl. As a non-binary person, I would say I was a strong horse neutral. Maybe like my parents were trying to do me a favor. Maybe they were trying to keep me from being like a horse hater. These days I do like watch some horse movies. I'm a fan of Seabiscuit. Some of my friends are horses. I'm not a horsephobe. But in all seriousness, I look at this like my parents seeing that I like dogs and insisting that I like horses. Like, they have to be so glad that I didn't fall for their dog and pony show. Because if you really think about it, if your kid just wants a dog and you're insisting on horses, that's a terrible financial decision. Dogs cost $50 in a child's daydream. A horse is college tuition money. If I told my parents, hey, I really want to go to Burger King for my birthday, they're like, how about Ruth Chris Steakhouse? Hey guys, I got to the steak school down the street. It's a full ride. It's my dream. I'm in my dream profession over here. Oh, that's nice. How about we pay $60,000 a year for you to go to Bryn Mawr in California? It really made no sense. They really wanted me to like horses, and not to beat a dead one. But I was a dog lover. In fact, Dog Liver 89 was my at gmail.com was my first email. No O in lover. And as far as I can tell, the only reason that I could come up with for why they really wanted me to like horses. Tax fact number 3. Horses are a depreciable asset. Especially, thank you seem to know this information. And you can claim that as a tax deduction. All right, everybody, my name is Jack Simon. Thank you so much.